really aesthetically is a departure from all the work, though there is carryover. And you explain the transition, that you're getting older.
Well, no, not so much that I'm getting older.
I don't mean it in a negative sense.
No. I mean, I don't think it's negative that you get older. There's nothing
Yeah.
you can do about it. Yeah.
Right, but let me run this by you. I'm older. My thinking about the social world changes.
Mm-hmm.
Your work was very specific
Mm-hmm.
in time, in place, and the issues were right in your viewer's face.
Mm-hmm.
Now you seem to be in another place,
Yep.
in communion with the natural world,
Mm-hmm.
its symmetries, that suggests a transition.
Mm-hmm.
So my question is, what occasioned the transition other than the fact that you've gotten older?
Oh, I mean, I got tired of suffering. I got tired of being depressed all the time. I got tired of, feeling sorry for the little me 24 hours a day. How come I haven't had a retrospective? How come this? How come that? Oh my God, I'm being written out of the canyon. Blah, 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 blah. All of that stuff. I mean, quite honestly, as ironic as it may sound, it happened for me in Bali, just like it happened in the film, for Julia Roberts' character. And I was listening, I was in my beautiful room and with the pool and the whole bit, and I even had a butler who had to go because I was traveling alone, and I had a butler, and anything I wanted to do, he had to do it with me, went on a bike ride, he had to come with me, the whole bit. And I'm like crying like an idiot, and I'm like, what the hell's wrong with me? And then a friend of mine had given me this book by Eckhart Tolle called Living a Liberated Life and Dealing with the Pain Body. And I put it on, his audio book, and I started listening to this thing, and I don't know if you've ever heard Eckhart Tolle, but he speaks in a very slow, way. And he got to this passage about, he goes, why are you waiting for the world to validate you? Like, who are you asking to validate? You're asking crazy people to validate you. Pick up a history book, look at the history. Like, what species has killed 120 million of themselves in, 1 century? Humans. You're asking these people to validate you and tell you that you're good, like, forget about it. They tell you you're good today, and then, next week somebody else comes along and they say, oh, you suck now, and this person is it. And if you believe them, well, then you're going to be jumping off of the bridge.
Well, that's right.
So it was like, when he said it, I can tell you, it was like a weight that was lifted off of my shoulders. I was like, oh my God. Because I spent my entire life waiting to be validated, waiting for people to say, you're cute, you're smart, you're this, you're that. And if they didn't say it, I would almost get pissed off. And sometimes I would even let people know, like, how dare you not pay attention to me, And this was not the right way to act at all, because it causes you a lot of stress. So when he said that, like I said, there was that moment where it was just like, wow. And let me say this, once you get it, you get it. You can't go back. And then with Eckhart Tolle, he explains it to you. He says, listen, these thoughts are coming out of your ego, okay? The ego's not your friend. They will always be there. So you have to address the thought as it comes in, one by one. When one thought comes in, it says, okay, Renee, you're such a schmuck, you haven't had rest. How come you don't have a book? How come you don't have this? Now I say, okay, shut up, fuck you, I know who you are, and by the time I say that, the thought goes away.
Thank you.
And you have to keep doing it. It's like a game. It really becomes a game. And if you don't, what happens is it goes into what he calls your pain body, okay? And then that's when one day you find yourself, somebody says boo-hoo, and you erupt and you're ready to kill them and strangle them and everything, because all this nastiness comes up and erupts. And once I understood that, it was a new day. When I came back from Bali, my husband thought I had joined the cult. Because, he was invested in his friends. He was like, it's all about complaining. It's all about pessimism, this, blah, 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 blah. I was like, I can't deal with this. I said, look, I'm going to my room, I'm gonna go breathe, and, chill. You wanna complain, you wanna be negative and upset, that's on you. I can't go there with you anymore. We've been married 34 years, so I would say the first, 29 years, it was right there. We'd feed each other's pain body. Now, I'm like, no, I'm not. I can't. Why should I, put myself through stresses, suffer? We're not meant to suffer. I mean, the universe wants to provide. There's abundance. And it's just a matter of how, how you think of yourself is what you're going to get. If you think you're a schmuck, well, that's what you're going to get. You know what I'm saying? If you think you're going to have nothing, you will have nothing. If you think that you will have everything, you probably will get a lot of stuff. Because the universe doesn't judge. So, and when I understood all of that, like I said, it was a new day. So now it's like, I don't stress out. I'm like, I'm doing this work. I love doing the work. I put one image on Facebook. Suddenly, Huffington Post is calling. The Guardian called. People came, they bought. And that's all I did. You see what I'm saying? It's like I wasn't there strategically, no. Because I know now, and that I believe, the universe shall provide. Now it sounds crazy, but I'm telling you, it is true.
Thank you.